She's named after the legendary Michael Jordan. You can find her on the Pinterest app 24/7, a car lover, sneakerhead, and loves eating at quality Italian restaurant in New York City. Diving into the business of Team USA gymnast Jordan Chiles, coming right up. Hello, everyone. This is Jabari Young, and I'm here at our Forbes studio, and I am joined by Team USA Gym's Olympic gold medalist, Jordan Chiles. Jordan Chiles, thank you so much for coming. You're making a trip all the way from Houston/LA, where you go to school, to join us in New York. I know you're on the book run, got your memoir. We dive into that, but how is everything coming? And thank you for joining us again.
Oh, first off, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is really a dream come true because Forbes is like literally everything for me. So I'm like, I'm kind of gagged. But
it's your second time with us. You were at our Power Women Summit
yes,
as well.
but still, anything that has to do with Forbes, I
Yeah.
still get gagged. Like, I don't know. I got to get used to it, I guess. But thank you so much for having me here. And I'm just really honored to finally, give the world what I guess I should say what a lot of people don't know about me, but know about me.
Yeah. We're here. It's Women's History Month,
Yes.
right? You tell me, because, I always like to start the theme of the month. What woman in your life has made a huge impact for me, maybe from a business standpoint, in your career, but, honoring women in Women's History Month, what woman in your life has made a difference? You want to say your mom?
I am gonna say my mom. She is one of many women that have not only uplifted me but also encouraged me.
Yeah.
I'm a girl's girl, so I love being able to give other people their flowers when they're needed, and just seeing them thrive and succeed in ways that not a lot of people may think that they would have been able to do it.
Yeah.
So. Besides my mom, my sisters are amazing. Other artists, other celebrities, other athletes. There's obviously my own teammate, my own best friend Simone has done amazing things within her career and her life as well. So seeing that and being able to, accomplish so much makes me want to be like, okay, I'm grinding, I'm doing all these things. But business-wise, I have to say Serena Williams.
Serena Williams.
Business-wise, she has done so much. And when I mean so much, didn't she just...
Yeah, she purchased of a team.
Purchased a team.
Yeah. A shareholder. She's a part owner of it.
She's a part owner of Toronto. And I'm literally like, this lady has done so many amazing things. Not just within her career, but also with just keeping her name in the limelight. And I think that's just so amazing because I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to continue on, whenever my career does come to an end and people still know, oh, Jordan Chiles did this, Jordan Chiles did that. So she's definitely somebody I do look up to in the business standpoint, but also as an athlete.
Listen, as you advance and, again, getting into your birthday plans, but is there anything as far as at age 23 that, maybe you can say now, hey, this is my superpower. I've identified what my superpower is, and at age 23, I can say this is my superpower. At age 23, what is Jordan Chiles' superpower right now?
I think my superpower is being authentic to who I am. I think showing that no matter where I'm at, no matter what I'm doing, I'm not going to change the person or my personality. It's always going to be the same Jordan you see on the mat, off the mat, walking into a grocery store, walking into a shopping mall.
Yeah.
Everything is going to be the exact same thing. And I think that's why a lot of people understand who I am, and they're trying to understand because it doesn't make sense. Like, how is she still this spunky, or, she's still being so happy after doing a lot of things, or, enjoying the moments of whether or not she wants to take pictures with people. I enjoy that. That's just who I am. I was created not only by my parents, but also by God to be very humble. Like, I'm not going to get big-headed. I'm not going to do all those things. I still have a lot to accomplish within my life.
Yeah.
I say. Now, other people may say otherwise. I've done a million things by the age 23, but I feel like I still have a lot to accomplish and be seen in different ways, whether it's in the business area, whether it's within my sport, or whether it's in just my life in general.
Yeah.
I'm a college student.
Now, that's crazy to say, right?
I'm a college student.
You're a medalist, an Olympic champion, and now you're also a college student. That's the crazy thing about your whole journey. You're still in college.
Yes, but if you think about it, we were just talking about this, right? We were just talking about how Megan was a college student. She graduated. How Kendrick, people, that whole picture that went all over Twitter and TikTok, getting your degree isn't going to change who you are, whether you're a rapper, whether you're an athlete, whether you're becoming a doctor, or any of those things. It's just going to give you more knowledge, and you're going to retain a lot more things. And I've developed that while trying to pursue my own career as being not just an athlete, but also as, you know, Jordan Chiles in a different world. So it's really cool to understand those things for yourself. And I've discovered that, like, being 23 years old, like 24, I can't wait, to tell you the truth.
Well, listen, you got a new book out, right? This is a memoir that
Yes.
you've written, you know, kind of detailing your life as a gymnast. I'm that girl, living the power of my dreams, and, you know, you're going inside. Take me inside of this memoir, inside of this book. What will a reader find, right? I'm walking through Barnes & Noble, and I see all these amazing books. There's Michael Jordan's book, and there's Jordan Chiles' book, right? Why am I going to pick up Jordan Chiles' book? What am I going to find?
Well, first off, the cover of the book is immaculate. It's just, it gives an eye-opener. Like, I'm screaming. Like, the photo that they choose is me screaming, and it's literally, I'm that girl, right? And then it says, living in the power of my dreams. First off, that little quote on the bottom is just like, okay, what dreams was she? I would be like, what dreams is she talking about? Like, what dreams did she accomplish? So this story, this memoir of who I am, I wanted to be able to basically tell everybody, this is me. This is me in a way of showing you my trauma. I opened up about a lot of things that really nobody knows unless you read the book. I've opened up about mental health. I opened up about suicide. I opened up about my coach being verbally and emotionally abusing to me. I open up about a lot of things that you wonder, how am I standing? Or how am I sitting in places and I'm still this happy girl? Yeah. And so I think I want, you know, not only just the readers, but everybody to understand that you guys can make up a story of who Jordan is, or you can let Jordan tell her story in the way it's supposed to be. And I dive deep into a lot of the things that people may seem as like, oh, that's snotty or something like that, but it's not. That's my life. I wasn't created to shy away from something that God gave me. I was created for it to be seen brighter in areas that people don't expect it to be in. So I just want this story to, hopefully people will understand me more.
Yeah. Why write it now? You're 23 years old. You could have waited until you're 30, until you got some more, you know, life experience. You know, are you interested, or are you going to do the 2028 LA Games?
I don't know yet. It's in my brain.
Right.
It hasn't.
Is that a goal of yours? Do you want to do it, or is it still something you're contemplating?
I would love to.
Right.
Yes, in some way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Now, mentally, any athlete can say they can go and do 800 Olympics. Physically is where I'm at with things, and understanding that, yes, just because I'm 23, I've already been in the game for a very long time.
Since you were 7 years old. Yeah.
16 plus years. Like, it's been a time coming. So understanding that it's the physical part of my body that I want to make sure is okay. Because mentally, yeah, I could tell you, yeah,
right,
sure.
Right. So if you're physically fine, then you will.
I will
qualify.
Maybe.
Right. So why not? Why write the memoir now? Why not wait until possibly then? What was the decision to do it now?
Because I'm 23, right? I have more life to live. Mm-hmm. So why not tell the first part, my quarter,
and do a second one, yeah.
Almost my quarter of my life, and not write 2 or 3 more books afterward.
Right.
Before I go to heaven or something like that, right? So I thought, in a way, I started my career when I was 7. In this time frame of being 7 and 23, my life has gone from literally left to right, up and down, stayed the same, or I was kind of stuck in a box. So I was told as a little kid from my father, he always told me, every lesson that you learn is going to be a part of your book one day. So I was like, every lesson that I learned, okay. Why not now?
Right. You learned a big lesson. Yeah.
A big lesson throughout my whole time of being in my career of gymnastics. And yet, my career is not even over.
Yeah.
You know, I've already accomplished, I'm a 2-time Olympian. I'm a medalist. I am a, two-time NCAA champion. I've done so many things. There's a lot of accolades that have been put into my resume that I never thought I would accomplish until I was, I don't know, older or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like now was the time to finally be like, look, this is Jordan. This is how Jordan is now. Let's see what the next 20 years looks like. Maybe I'll write another book.
Yeah.
Or the next 40 years, maybe, So I just felt like it was a beginning of who Jordan is and showing the world, okay.
Yeah. A snapshot in your life, yeah. But listen, for those people who may not be aware of you and may not, follow sports as closely or didn't see the Olympics, you had obviously the medal, be stripped of you, the 2024 Paris Olympics, the bronze, Olympic medal. And that's coming off of the silver medal that you won at Tokyo. But that Paris game, obviously that was emotional. You spoke at our Power Women Summit about that experience. Did this book help kind of alleviate any of the leftover emotions, or are you still carrying that pain?
Well, I can tell you I'm way better than when I was at Forbes for the Women's Summit. I definitely have developed more of my mental back to where I could find myself at a capacity of understanding that I can't do anything anymore but to continue to fight for what is right for me. I can't, let myself dive into this hole knowing that I did everything that I could. And so I'm going to let all the other people on the outside world figure everything out, whether that's my lawyer, whether it's my attorney, because I know that they're going to continue to fight and do what's right in their way. And so that's kind of where I'm at with everything. I honestly just, enjoy college. I enjoy being able to finally find a love again. I don't know if you recently saw my post on Instagram, but UCLA helped me find the love of competing all over again. And I really enjoy that because, losing those things can it really hurts. Like deep down, it hurts because you don't know what you're going to do after if you don't find the love again. So, I just kind of just let everything be, and I'm just going to continue on with life. I can't do anything. That's in the past. I got to keep pushing forward. I have more life to live.
Yeah.
So,
what's the biggest positive surprise about the reaction that you received after that?
The support.
The support.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't think there was going to be that. Like, I knew I had support, but my whole time frame of being in gymnastics, the one thing I felt like that I didn't get was the recognition. So finally feeling like you get recognition and then it getting stripped away from you, but to realize that on the back end there is still all that support was like, in the moment I couldn't really receive it because I was going through a lot of emotions. But now it's crazy. Like, I was getting texts, I was getting tweets, I was having people literally saying that they were going to do some crazy things. And I was like, wait, guys, like, you guys are still, you're high-profile athletes, you're celebrities. Like, thank you guys so much. Like, I appreciate it. So it definitely was the support, and it was seeing how many people would actually ride all the way to the end. And they're still riding, and that's the most amazing thing any person could really ask for.
Yeah.
Because I can feel the love. Like, I can tell you right now, when it first happened, my heart was like, but now, like, since my heart is finally coming back together, I'm just like, wow, like, there's so much love for me, and like, people still talk about it till this day.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what? I don't care, but this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to, and I'm just like, okay, thank you. Like, I appreciate it. Like, but please don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, but I think it's just
Support.
It's amazing, and I appreciate every single person who has been supporting me from the beginning and is still supporting me now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. With positives come negatives. What was the biggest negative surprise from the reaction?
People telling me that I pulled the race card and that it was a racial situation, and I think it was hard for me to really understand why that was even a question or why that was even a thought, because I am just as talented as the other girl, as much as she is as talented as I am, and it just so happened things didn't go the way that they wanted to. So, that was just one thing that I wish people didn't go straight towards.
Right.
And try to figure out the full story before trying to create something. It's like my book. The reason why I'm putting my book out is because people like to create things and not really understand what the value or what that person is actually going through. and just make something up rather than hearing the full story. So that was the negative that I got out of it, but I overcame that because it was like, you know what, this is my life. This is how I'm living. I'm living lavish. I'm living flawless, as you can tell. All black. Look at me.
It's my favorite color too, black. Yeah.
We're doing big things over here. Like I was Time Woman of the Year, Sports Illustrated. Like I could keep going. Like you know. So that was one thing I had to just kind of be like, you know what? People are gonna say what they're gonna say, and I'm just gonna continue on with life. Like
yeah. Absolutely.
I have a whole career. I have a whole life to live. I'm only 23, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
soon to be 24. Yeah. Where you are, I have been. Where I am, you will be.
Yes.
How much did you rely on that? That's a quote from your granddad, Gene Vasquez. He passed away. God bless his life in November 2023.
Yes.
You have that tattooed on your left forearm.
Yes.
How much did you rely on that saying from your granddad to get you through that?
I relied on it a lot because it is true. I mean, my grandpa, he went through a lot of things that we probably would have never been able to go through at his age. And he was somebody that we all looked up to, not just me. My older sister, my older sister was literally his daughter. Like, he loved her. And it was just, you know, something that we all understood. Now, his passing was very hard on me because every single time, my grandpa has only been to one competition in my whole career. And it was something that I was very honored and happy that he at least came to one, because he always told me, you know, I don't want to come because I feel like I'm bad luck.
Yeah.
And to know that your grandpa was feeling that, I was like, okay, like, I don't know how to help you with that, you know, but he always felt like if he wasn't there, I would be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So having his quote on my forearm just means, you know, where you are, I have been, and where I am, you will be. And I know at some point in time we will meet again, and that I will be able to tell him every accomplishment and everything that he believed that I could do, I did. And that, you know, I know he's always watching over us, not just me, my whole family.
Yeah.
Wherever we're going, especially my mom. And definitely being able to understand that my grandpa was a light in a lot of things that we did within our lives. And he's just always there.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So you're 24 now, and you're in college too, right? You're at UCLA.
Yes.
What's college like life? And let me ask you, why did you drop business from your major? That you were majoring in that at first, and you left it aside. Why did you do that?
So, well, first off, college is hard.
It is.
I'm going to tell everybody.
It is.
College is hard. And being a student athlete is even harder. Because, baby, you have to flip or, you know, do your sport and do school and make sure your grades are good to be able to do your sport. That's a lot. But you know what? We conquer. We strive. We go beyond our measures. And we are going to uplift everybody.
I love the confidence.
I am in school, and it's actually really fun being in college. I've always wanted to go to college ever since I was younger. UCLA has always been my dream school to go to. So,
why UCLA?
I'm a city girl. I love LA. LA is just, you know,
You
it's
sound
that
like,
girl.
listen, Vancouver, Washington is way behind me, and like, okay, I'm a city girl now. Like, I'm LA.
Hey, I'm a H-Town hottie, and I'm a city girl, okay?
We was just talking about H-Town restaurants and all of that stuff.
Exactly.
We can't tell them where we go, though, because I don't want people sneaking up on you.
No,
You know,
we're not
when we go.
doing that.
We can't tell people
I'm
where we
not
go.
telling nobody about
Absolutely
where the
not.
Houston spots are or nothing. Unless you meet me in person, then I might give you a little insight too. But, so, yeah, UCLA it's just really, it was really, I used to want to be a zoologist. So UCLA, obviously, the zoo's there.
Yeah.
There was a lot of things that I'm an animal lover. So I was like, okay, UCLA could work because I also am business minded. I get that from my mom. So I was like, okay, at some point I want to open up a zoo. Like, there was a lot of things that were going through my brain.
You wanted to open up a zoo?
I did want to open, but I wanted the zoo to be like an interactive zoo.
Yeah.
And like I wouldn't keep the spaces so small.
Okay.
Like it would be like a bougie zoo.
Will you teach the animals to do gymnastics?
Oh, I would love to.
Yeah, that'd be a great zoo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like you can interact with them and you can like take pictures.
We might have to cut this out and develop some IP from this. Yeah.
Don't. Hey, I'm still thinking about the zoo. Zoology is still in my head, okay?
Yeah. So life at UCLA, though, the campus,
It's
great.
great.
It's hard, but it's good, though.
I love it. I go around on my scooter. Yes, don't come for me. Campus is in a mile radius. I need a scooter everywhere because our classes are really far. But I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I love it. I literally love everything about it. It's so gorgeous. I get to meet new people. I think that's the biggest thing, especially as somebody who is a high profile celebrity. I hate saying that, but
it's true. It's true.
But I don't consider myself famous, like not one bit.
I judge people off of life. I know people who don't like sports who know that. And one of my producers, he said, Jordan Chiles, she's coming here today. I'm like, you know nothing about sports. You know who she is, so it's true.
Well, I appreciate that. I do.
Yeah, you did all the hard work, so congratulations for that stardom.
Thank you. So I do enjoy just, people asking me questions and why am I at school and all these things. But to come back to why I dropped business, I wanted to do business, just business in general.
Yeah.
But our major is business econ.
Yes.
I didn't want to do the economics part of it, so I was like, okay, what's a different way that I can still be in the business area, but like not with economics? And the only thing that they had was a minor, which was management, and I was like,
that's boring.
I don't really want to do that. So then I went to communications because that could still be a good outlet to help with, business and all those interviews and all those things. So I was just like, okay, let's do that. Then I was like, no, these classes are I'm not really interested in these classes. So then I went to sociology. And Soch was really cool because you find the different dynamics of the social part and like the political part of how people think.
Yeah.
And like in an interesting way, like you can go up to someone and be like, oh yeah, for instance, like, their pronouns. And some person can say one thing and you're just like, oh, automatically, oh, you're a female. But in their brain, they're like, no. Like it was just really cool to see it. But then I just was like, okay, this is getting too deep. I don't know if I can do this. So then I came with African American Studies because I really enjoy being able to find more about my culture and more about, the community and how really everything started from the beginning of who we are as people. And it's been really fun.
Yeah.
I've been, an Asian American.
And you're sticking with this now.
And I'm sticking with this now.
You can't change now.
I'm not
you already
changing.
did like 3 times now.
I'm not changing. I'm keeping my major.
Because they might kick you out. Like Jordan, you change it too many times, right? Okay? They might kick you out. But so African American Studies is where you'll stay.
African American Studies is where I'm staying because I also do have a mother who is very business minded.
Absolutely.
And so she has taught me a lot since I was younger. Like I would sit in her office and like basically draw like just random things, and she would be like, okay, she'd be on the phone typing away and saying all these crazy things, and I'm just like, what's a W-9? What's a W-2? What's a 1099? Like taxes? What? Like what are you talking about? And so it's cool that she was able to explain that to us at a young age, so I understand, yes, you have taxes. Unfortunately, my birthday is tax day. It's April 15th.
That's right, yeah.
So I'm just understanding those things. So I was just like, what? If I have somebody who is very knowledgeable in that area, I feel like she could help me in a lot of ways. So where I felt like I really didn't need to do business econ and that I could just, kind of develop my business and basically manage and boss myself and make a brand for Jordan Chiles.
Yeah.
So basically I do have a business called Jordan Chiles Inc. And I just develop things under Jordan Chiles Inc. and kind of just enjoy my life.
Yeah, well, let's go into Jordan Chiles Inc. Right? I mean, listen, you're a Nike athlete. If I'm not mistaken, right? So your sponsorship deal there. What other deals do you have? We got stocks, crypto. Take me inside your portfolio. What you got here?
So I actually would love to learn about stocks. I would love to learn about crypto.
You come to the right place.
And I would love to learn everything that has to do with like putting your money. Like I just am all about putting your money in the right place because anything can happen.
Yeah.
If a zombie apocalypse comes, people are gonna start figuring out. I mean, they already are, but they're gonna try to figure out anything they can do to get people's money. So I just be like scared, kind of, to put my money in places because I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. But honestly, just really trying to figure out, what's the best way to make sure your money is not only. My dad taught me this actually. He's trying to figure out the way to where your money is not just sitting in your bank account,
right? But
it's valuing itself, right? Because you value yourself. That's how I see it, right? You can go get yourself a bag here. You can go do. So how can you do that with your money? Your money is constantly going to elevate, and you could have millions in your bank account. So just trying to figure out those things, and I think stocks would be really cool. My grandpa actually, my mom's stepdad, he. One day taught me. I was sitting at his computer and he was like, okay, so this is how it works. And I was like, Sure. Like, so I think now that because I was younger, so I think now being able to kind of figure that part out, I would love to do that. But
it's important. It really is. At 23.
Other than that, I have a athlete collective. It's not quite out, and it's called Shiro.
Okay.
And basically, Shiro is a mentorship program to help athletes in understanding that they are more than just their sport. Right? I am more than just my sport. My sport doesn't define who I am. It's just something that is a part of me.
Yeah.
I have other things, whether it's fashion, whether it's, I like driving nice cars. I love cars. I like motorcycles, like those type of things. So just being able to give them the ability to understand, okay, at the age of 18, what are you going to do? You're going to go off to college, and how can we make your name already something leading into college?
Yeah.
How can we, have money flowing in a way to where your college funds or something, you're just like, okay, cool, this is great. Like, what else do I have to do? What else can, kind of making a name for yourself before you get into college.
So helping them build their brand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's basically how this it's a program that I'm giving to a few athletes Is
it nonprofit or for profit?
It's a nonprofit.
It's going to be nonprofit.
Yeah,
okay.
So it's just going to be able to kind of give them the ability to be like, look, if I want to become a cool nail tech, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to open up a salon. I'm going to go do those, like just giving them the real world. Because we don't learn that in school. We don't learn about taxes. We don't learn about where you're,
Well, we used to. They stopped teaching it, though,
That is true. Yeah. But in my time.
Today, they cheating the young people today. Yeah. Y'all don't have any civil classes?
No, we didn't get to learn about those things. So just giving them that understanding. And then also, I'm into mental health. So if they ever need anything whether it's, they're having a bad day or just need some advice, just being able to bring in other mentors to help them with that and just show them what the real world is all about.
Yeah. Well, what if I'm a brand? Obviously Nike, you said yes to Nike, but what if other companies want to start doing business with you? What do you want to see from them? What do you want to hear?
My biggest thing is understanding that I'm authentic to who I am. So if you understand my authenticity and you understand the fact that I'm not going to change anything that I'm doing to pursue your brand, then that's like the best partnership. Like for me, for Nike, for instance, right? They understood that I am an outgoing, spunky person, will do anything, have a very creative mind. So, and they know I'm not going to change who I am in different spaces, whether I'm doing interviews, whether I'm doing photo shoots. Like, that's the type of brand that I want to be with. And they understood that. So I was like, okay. And I've always wanted to be a Nike athlete ever since I was little. It's a full circle moment. I mean, I am named after Michael Jordan, so.
There you go, and you're on the roster now, too. So wait, the business of the Olympics, right? Obviously, you get medals and you get participation money, right? You don't get money if you win. I'm assuming you break it down for people who don't know, like that man on the bus who's wondering, there's Jordan Chiles, I see she got the Olympics, but how's she making some money? Yeah. How do you get, what does that look like from the Olympics? Like, how do you pay y'all?
So basically, they pay by placing.
Placing.
Third, second, and first.
Right.
And how that works is you obviously our team as a whole gets paid. We get a sum.
Yep.
All of USA gets a sum, and so basically how it works is whatever medal placing you get is there's a number that goes with it. I'm just gonna throw something out there, maybe like 5, 10, 15, right? And so basically, with each medal you get a portion of the money, but obviously everything is divided. Yeah. And so you get first place, say that's 15, that goes to you. You get another first place, that's another 15. So it's by medal. And that's kind of how we get paid. But it's kind of hard to explain because not every sport gets the same amount.
Yeah, it's different.
It's all different. So gymnastics, we're like, okay. But since at first, like if this was before the NIL, since I'm in college, I wouldn't have been able to take the money because that's against college rules. But
that's
now,
right.
Since the NIL has...
Oh, that's right. You are eligible for NIL.
Yes.
You're NIL?
Yes.
How's that working for you? Is that like lucrative? Like, is that good?
I give it a 50-50.
Okay, like what is the misconceptions about there? Because people think the athlete, y'all can make all the money in the world now.
It depends on the athlete and the sport.
Okay.
I have to say that. Only because I don't play basketball, especially men's basketball.
Yeah, but Jordan, you've been there some basketball players.
But listen, a majority of the stuff that I do isn't really NIL. It's all from pro side of things. So the very first NIL deal I ever did was back in like when it first came out. So I was like, okay, this is cool, this is great. But the only reason why I say it's 50-50 is because they have to see it in a way of like, as a gymnast, we're not, we can't just flip all the time. Like we're not basketball players, we're not football players, especially on the men's side. Like it just gets seen differently when it does come to NIL, and it's also in a good thing because now athletes, for instance, like Angel Reese, she had the ability to go to school, go to Chicago Sky, and it's like she can still have NIL and pro as well. Yeah. So it just varies in a different way. But I mean, I think it's an upcoming thing, and I think once they figure out their audience and what they have to do and all those things, I definitely can say like it's a great thing. I think people are taking it in a good way, but I feel like some are still trying to figure out how to work everything.
Well, you have just alone on Instagram 1.5 million followers, right? How do you leverage that? Do brands come to you and they offer deals for you to post their stuff? I mean, how does that work? Do you leverage that at all?
I don't do anything with my social media now.
Yeah.
I can say now. My mom's probably laughing on the other side.
I was just saying, because your mom used to handle everything with the social media.
Well, okay, so with that, she did handle it, and then by the time I turned 17 or 18, I said, okay, look, ma'am, you can't have my social media. I'm old enough. So I took it back, and then now everything's kind of gotten a little crazy.
Yeah, you had to give it back to someone.
So she's taking it back, and she's doing all the social media stuff. But when it comes to brand stuff, I have an actual email that my agents get. Okay. So people can email them. Or, they may know my agents already, and they're just like, look, we have so-and-so, and they'll negotiate that way. Now, on the PR side, my publicist does all that. She is always pitching, I don't even know how she gets half the things that she does. She's like, okay, we have this. I get at least 5 emails of in the span of 2 hours.
Do you say no to some people?
I do.
Yes.
I do say no to some people, yes.
But you say yes a lot.
But I say yes a lot only because I feel like I'm comfortable.
Yeah. That's going to come back and bite you, though. So you can't say yes too much.
Yes, I learned that.
Yes.
Simone has told me that.
Yes. Is that the biggest thing she taught you? You have to say no sometimes?
I'm just very, I'm very kind-hearted. I feel like, when I feel like I know your energy and I know that it's going to be good, and it's going to be good for me, then I'll say yes. Right. But no, there have been times where I've said no.
Yeah. You have to.
I have to because I'm just like, it's not on my brand. It's not me. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. Yeah.
I had Coco Golf and we were talking, and I asked this question. I asked you, and I said, if you had to pick one word to define your business empire and what you would like it to be, what word is that? She said timeless. She wants her business empire to be timeless. Right? What is Jordan Chiles? What's your one word? What do you want your business empire to be?
She said timeless. Eternity.
Eternity. Why eternity?
Because I want to be able to still have a business whenever my life is done.
Ooh, I
still want to be known and have some...
Like Michael Jackson, he's still getting paid even though he's dead. I like that.
Some sort of income, whether it goes to my children, whether it goes to my grandchildren, whether it goes to my nieces and my nephews.
Nice. That's true generational wealth, right? You're still passing on.
Eternity. Well, that's a good one. Yeah, my dad's probably yes, on the other side.
I got the $1 million question. First, have you made $1 million?
Yes.
You have. Have you spent $1 million?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So we'll ask you, what's the biggest thing that you've purchased? So, for you've made $1 million, the biggest thing you purchased, and anything you would do differently in that
So
purchase?
the biggest thing that I've purchased would probably be my house for my parents.
Okay.
Yeah, the house is in Houston, and it's a pretty good, it's a decent house,
Yeah.
and that was basically a gift to them of
Nice.
something that they had to sacrifice a lot for
Yeah.
me, and I wanted to be able to give back to them. So
Do you say, hey, here's your house, don't ask me for no money ever again?
they actually don't ask me for anything.
Okay, because
they're
they just
scared.
take it. Yeah, well, they just take it anyway. They know your account.
No, they actually they don't have my account.
They don't?
No.
Oh, man, you got to give your mom an account number.
No.
Well, how do
They
you
don't
take care
have
of the
my
business
account.
if something happened to you?
My sister,
Your
my
sister?
personal assistant.
Okay, the one that was doing your makeup in
Nope,
here?
that's my HMU.
Okay, so it's another one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's my personal assistant.
Nice.
And trust me, she be calling my mom, what is she buying right now? What is she doing right now? And I'm like, Jade, I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah, well, you're in New York, so you gotta go splurge in the city.
Oh, I
Yeah.
did already.
That's right. Well, we got quality Italian dinner reservations.
Exactly.
Right? You taking care of the bill.
That Chanel bag you just saw earlier.
Yeah, that's yours.
I just bought her yesterday as my Olympic gift to myself.
Nice.
So yeah.
Absolutely. Well, listen, I get you out of here on Good to Great, right? Because you're in New York, you got time, you got things to do.
Yes.
What's the difference between a good gymnast and a great one?
There's no difference. I think everybody who has talent and everybody who has a gift has the ability to become great if they want to. It's about the dedication. It's about striving for something greater. And if they have the mindset and the mentality to push forward into becoming an amazing athlete, then they can. So I don't consider anybody good. I don't consider, but it's the same thing to me.
Yeah.
There's no two different. Because you have the ability to really make your dream come true if you want to do it. That's on you. It's your life. It's how you want to pursue something. So, yeah. Now, there's a difference between a GOAT and a great athlete. That's how I would see it.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get you back here once we go thing. You make that $1 billion, and you definitely.
Oh, I got you.
Absolutely.
I got you.
Jordan Chiles, thank you so much for the time. Congratulations, happy birthday, right? Cheers
in
to
a
you,
month.
2024, and good luck. We'll see you in LA in 2028. I'm telling you, you're gonna
Thank
be there.
you.
Yeah, we'll be there celebrating. Appreciate the time. Thank you so much, Jordan
Thank you.
Chiles, right here at Forbes. Thank you for watching.